Hello dear students. Today we are going to study about the portrait of a lady written by Khushwant Singh. This is a beautiful chapter which is definitely going to help you out to know that what kind of a relationship did the author Khushwant Singh had with his wonderful grandmother, as grandparents always are so supportive and so caring. In this chapter you are going to identify the beauty of grandmother and the way he has mentioned all about one and one person, and that only one person is definitely Khushwant Singh's grandmother. Now this is actually an autobiographical account written by Khushwant Singh. In this, he is mentioning specifically about the beauty of grandmother. He goes to the extent of calling grandmother, yes, you have read it correctly, young and pretty. She was short, fat, and little stooped in appearance, but yet to Khushwant Singh, he believed that no one else can be so beautiful, so charming the way my grandmother is. And if we identify specifically his village life when he was living with grandmother, we identify that always grandmother used to wake him up in the morning and used to make him ready for school. She would be someone who always used to collect with her stale chapatis with butter and sugar, used to accompany every day Khushwant Singh. Where she used to accompany him? Yes, she used to accompany him to his school, and where very nicely she would spend her time sitting in a temple and reading holy scriptures. She loved reading holy scriptures. Yes, there was a turning point that came in the story, and this turning point was all about their friendship. The turning point came when they shifted. They here refers to two people. Two people are Khushwant Singh and Khushwant Singh's grandmother. When they shifted to city life, what was the turning point? I'll explain you. This turning point refers to that now, once when they were in city, they were sharing though the same room, but yet she was unable to help Khushwant Singh in his studies, because now he was being taught everything about astronomy, about maths, about English, about science, about music. And she believed that music, if is being taught to my grandson, it's definitely having a lewd association. So if we move on further, dear students, we'll identify the grandmother, how she accepted her seclusion, her loneliness by feeding the sparrows. Feeding sparrows used to be her best pastime, where she used to love not only feeding them, but also she got a lot of comfort out of this activity, and this used to be the best part of the day. There is another point in the story where we identify that author leaves for higher studies, and here we see that how she accepts the author to go ahead for the further studies, and she kisses him on the forehead and definitely says bye bye to him, because she knows that maybe next time, once when he is going to come, whether she'll be able to meet him or not, but still she has a feeling that yes, I want to meet my grandson once when he comes back. Author's homecoming is celebrated like a great festival, specifically by grandmother. And what we identify that she starts beating the drum, and this drum is definitely the dilapidated drum. She calls all the ladies from the vicinity and they are the ones to sing the songs of homecoming warriors. She is also the one who is so excited that for the first time she has left not reciting the poems on the beads of a rosary. Grandmother's death is something that definitely has kept everyone in shock, in a state of shock. She is diagnosed with a mild fever by the doctor. Grandmother knew that her end was near. She decided to spend the last few hours of her life reciting prayers now. And then we see the final tribute by the sparrows. What we see that now we cannot see her lips moving for the prayers like she always used to do the prayers. A silent tribute by the sparrows is now seen. And what is this tribute, dear students? This tribute is all about the family went to make the arrangements for the grandmother's funeral, and what they see, to their surprise, they identify the sparrows were no more taking the note of the bread crumbs thrown at them by the author's mother. They flew away silently after the body was carried away for cremation. The breadcrumbs were swept away by the sweeper next morning. So, dear students, here we definitely identify some of the shocking things, that the shifting of the grandmother and the author to the city became a turning point in their family. Also, we identify the city school where he was going in the story, when we identify that how he was taking up his lessons and grandmother was no more able to help him out with studies. Yes, one thing for sure we would all love to say about grandmother is that she was endowed with several positive values like kindness, like benevolence, like generosity, compassion. Khushwant Singh's grandmother really emerges as a strong character in this autobiographical sketch. Though she's simple, she's uneducated, but yet she's someone who is having indomitable spirit and charismatic character. When the author's parents move to the city, she single-handedly takes care over the responsibility of raising and educating the little child. She raises him with lot of love, lot of affection, and the spirituality. She is the one who lays a strong foundation of his character by instilling in him the qualities that anyone would love to see in his or her child. And if you remember in this beautiful story, when Khushwant Singh joins his parents in the city, dear students, a change comes over in their relationship. Values governing definitely remains constant. She is distressed. Why is she distressed? Because she feels that it's all about science, it's all about music, and no more prayers, no more scriptures, holy scriptures are being taught in this particular school. But yet she accepts her seclusion with resignation. But yes, for her the favorite pastime of the day is to feed the sparrows. I hope the story is clear to you. But yet, in case if you find any difficulty in understanding this chapter, which is written by Khushwant Singh, please feel free to ask your queries anytime. You can send the information if you wish to add upon or your query as per the link that I am going to send in the description box. And wish you all the best. Take care, dear students. All the best.